Thanks for listening to Being Bubbly, the podcast where good vibes, real talk, and a little sparkle come together. I'm your host, Taylor, and around here, we believe life is better when you show up as your most authentic and bubbly self. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's pop into today's conversation. Hi, guys. Welcome back to Being Bubbly. I am so excited to be here with my new friend, Annie Hanson. Hi, Annie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Happy Thursday night. Those of you who are watching will see, and those of you who are listening will find out that we both have our glasses of wine because it's a Thursday. We have 2 kids. Should be bedtime. None of the kids are sleeping, so...
Nope.
Your husband's in charge. My husband's out playing lacrosse, so I don't even know what's happening behind these doors. So it is what it is. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I want to give a little bio into kind of what Annie does and a little bit about her. So I'm going to go ahead and read that so I don't forget anything. But like I said, this is Annie Hanson. She runs the South Shore Moms page, which we'll talk a lot about that. But that's essentially a resource page for local moms within the community. Fun fact, I didn't know that they're all over the country, these different moms club pages, which is so cool. We'll get into that in a little bit. But Annie does all the behind the scenes. She provides all the different guides, resources, kind of the liaison for all the businesses within our community and all of us in the community, which is awesome. She is a mama to 2 little ones, 5 and almost 2. It's a fun age, as you know. She's been married for 5 years to her husband. And then fun fact, which we are going to dive right into this. You were on HGTV for a home renovation show, which is very cool. So tell us, let's start there because you don't hear that every day.
Yeah. My friend sent me the application and was like, this just popped up on the South Shore. I know you hate your house and you don't want to move. You should look into it. And I was, okay. So I applied just haphazardly and was bored and was like, why not? Yeah. So I sent it out to them along with some pictures and the video. And within an hour, they had reached out to me and were like, hey. And I was like, dude, I haven't even told my husband about what I'm doing.
It's one of those things that it'll never happen, but we're going to do it anyway. And then, yeah,
it happens. And I was like, oh, goodness gracious. And it just moved from there. And so we ended up being chosen. It's called Fix My Frankenhouse. It's a couple who is based out of Stoughton, actually. They're husband and wife.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So they come together. This was their 2nd season. I don't know if they're having a 3rd, but they redid our whole pretty much first floor and then our bathroom upstairs in our house. So, yeah.
That's so exciting.
It was wild. It was wild. And yes, you do have to pay for it.
That was one of my questions. So you have to pay. So do they come, obviously they come to you and show you everything, but do they just design it without any input or are you giving input throughout the process?
I'm giving input. So we actually knew all the plans prior to filming. So we have actually met with them. We went out to their design studio. They went over tiles, text, everything that you would need for it and just got approval. Even the hardware we were going to be using and the shower heads. And so the wallpaper. And so they did all of that. So we knew what was coming. There were some things that were still a surprise to us or things that we didn't even know were going to happen. But yeah, for the majority, we knew what was going on. I think the hardest part, though, is you have to move everything out on your own. There's no help there. You have to get a U-Haul to store everything. And you have to find your own place to live.
Wait, it should be a package deal.
100%. And add into it, you could ask my husband. I was also pregnant, and
of course,
because
what big life decisions do we not do when we're pregnant or just have a baby?
Yep. And I was anemic, so I was trying not to pass out half the time, and so it turned into just chaos. And we ended up moving into a 2-family apartment, and we were living in 1,000 square feet with a toddler, a dog, and us. And in the middle of summer and they have no AC, and it was a great time had by y'all. So
Okay, was it worth it, the end product?
yes, we
Okay.
absolutely love our home. We run into like some problems here or there, but that's going to be
I
the
mean, that's
house.
every home.
Absolutely, but it's absolutely stunning and it's just so much more livable. Yeah.
Well, now I need to invite myself over because now I'm just dying to
Yes.
see.
It was so funny. Our old owners of our house reached out on Facebook and was, "Is this our house?" And I was, "It is. It is." And she was, "Can we come see it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't care." So they came and
Wait,
they were
that's so funny.
and they were so thrown off because they were, this all just makes so much sense if only we had thought of these things. And I was
Exactly. So it just makes me think of my childhood home, and my parents sold it probably 8 years ago.
yeah,
And this couple moved in, and she's an interior designer, and we've found the house following her on Instagram. It
right.
is so, I mean, they tore down walls. It is unrecognizable, the inside. And we want you so bad to just knock on the door and be like, "Can we
Yeah.
come see it?" And we never will. But
Yeah.
you do kind of want to see what it
Ab-
looks
yeah. Definitely.
like.
Especially because this knocked down walls, opened things up. So it does
Yeah.
look completely, where I'm sitting used to be a huge mudroom. There was no office. So it's pretty wild.
Have you ever done a before and after post or anything? I just, after this, I have to see.
No, I should do one now. And now that you say that, I'm surprised I haven't done that. And that should be the post I do because I get that all the time. What does this look like? Certain friends that come later in life, have just
Yep.
seen my house as is. But when I'm now, we redid the whole thing. Now, hold on a second. You got to pull up the pictures. So, yeah.
That's so cool. Could
Yeah.
you have, if you didn't have a team come in, could you have pictured everything that they did? Some people can look at a room and be, "I would do this, 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 and this." I'm not one of those people, but could you have visually seen what they did, or did you fully lean into their suggestions?
We had my husband's a project manager, so this was really hard for him because this is what he does as a job. So he is, but there are certain things where, yes, this needs to go.
Yeah, you were like, yes.
This wall should have gone, but I never saw it the way they did it. They moved our closet that we used to have and made that into a bathroom and added on a closet into our bedroom that used to be up. So certain things that I would have never thought would have worked absolutely do.
Isn't that crazy? And there are people out there that can just picture it and make it happen.
Yeah.
And I don't understand.
No, it makes no sense to me how she just came in and was, "Yep, this, and this." And I was like, that makes sense. Do it, please.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now you're like, "We're never leaving this house. We love it so much." And that's
Yep.
it.
Here we are, and we will make it work. So, yes.
Oh, I love that. That honestly, I read that and I was, wait, that is so cool. And I feel like I don't meet a lot of people, because I feel we all used to watch those HGTV shows.
Yeah.
I feel like they're not as prevalent now as they were when Chip and Joanna first came to the scene.
Yes.
I feel we always watched them. And now I honestly forgot about it.
Yeah. I mean, it was, I think, the most embarrassing moment that was I was in a doctor's appointment and they always have these shows up. And
Stop.
Yeah. Yeah. My other son. And a couple of people started looking at me and I was just, nope,
not me.
No. Nope. That I don't know what is happening, but that's not me.
So that would be my worst nightmare, which is weird because I am now posting and putting things out there, but I can't watch anything that I post of myself. I can't listen to it. I can't watch it. I don't know what it is. I can't.
Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard.
Oh, so how long did you grow up on the South Shore or did you guys move here? Walk me through kind of how you ended up on the South Shore.
So I actually grew up in Connecticut. So I'm from Connecticut.
That's right.
Yeah. And then
where?
West Hartford.
West Hartford. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I grew up in Monroe.
That's right. Okay. Yes. Yep. Okay. So I came here for college and I ended up just staying here for after college, and I worked here, and I ended up on the South Shore. My husband was born in Braintree and has lived in Braintree, went to Wentworth, so that's how we met.
Oh,
But
that's
I just ended up
awesome.
staying here for work and slowly made my way out to the South Shore. So we've lived here now in our house at least for 7 years now.
Oh
So
my
it's been a
gosh.
while. Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I honestly, I keep meeting people that did either they lived in Connecticut or their spouse lived in Connecticut and they
Yeah.
lived in Massachusetts, but I feel like the two are so intertwined, which is so funny.
It is. It's really funny. And like the people here on the South Shore, I feel are all so close knit. Like everyone knows everyone somehow. So
I'm
I don't
finding
know.
that out, the
Yeah.
connections and
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Very
definitely
much.
and so my husband grew up in Hingham, which is where we are
Like,
now,
yeah.
but just being back in town, we went to where were we last weekend? A brewery in Cohasset, Split Rock
It's not bad.
in downtown Cohasset, which is such a fun spot. And there were a bunch of people that he went to high school with. But it was just they're all were in the same group. This is so bizarre to me. Like you
Yeah.
all come back, you all know each other. You all
Yeah.
are married or dated people from other
Yes.
towns or from in town. Like it's just crazy.
It is really crazy. And my husband coached youth hockey too. So we run into those families all the
Yep,
time. And it's just one big, small world, I guess.
it is. The South Shore, I'm telling you, it's bizarre.
It really is. Yeah.
Okay, so let's back up. When did you start becoming like active with the South Shore Moms? Like not running it, but were you a subscriber to it? Did you join when you first moved here?
Yep. So the South Shore Moms is actually, it's so confusing because there is the South Shore Moms Club. And so we're the South Shore Moms. People
Mom.
get confused with us all the time.
Okay.
Because there is a club that's amazing and does walks and meetups with local moms, which
That's
is
right.
fabulous.
Okay, so I follow them as well,
Yes.
but I haven't done anything. But they do all
Yeah.
the walks to playgrounds.
Yep, they do playgrounds, they do people's meetup. They're fabulous. And then with the South Shore Moms, I started following them when I had Brayden. So Brayden is 5 now. So I've been following them for a while, just trying to get ideas how to get out of the house, especially during COVID and just like those support groups. And then about actually, it's been a year now, I'd reached out to Kara, who was running the page at the time, asking her if I could do a featured editorial, maybe about workouts for mom or where can you work out and bring your baby.
That's
And
awesome.
it was just the right timing because she was actually looking to transition out of the South Shore Moms. Her kids were older. She had a lot going on. She actually works full time. And she's like, I can't do it anymore. So I'd be more than happy to hand it over to you. And it just so happened to like fall in my lap
The
at the right time.
timing worked out. Yeah.
It was perfect. And it was just with a time where I'm out with my kiddos and I am in the area and I'm trying new things. And it was just a great opportunity to even push myself a little bit further. But also as a mom, I feel like it's so important to have something that's yours and something that has,
100%.
yeah. And it was nice because Shay could stay home with me so I could work when she was napping, or if we had to go to things, Brayden and Shay could come. So it just worked out pretty perfectly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you started by following, started with, can I write an editorial? And then it just kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah.
I have spent a lot of time since moving into town, just trying to like connect with people. I've said it on a couple different episodes and I probably even on my TikTok that like one of our things, Kevin and I, we were like, we just need to like push ourselves to meet people, especially as a mom of 2 and Millie's not in school yet. And so it's really hard to meet people with the same age kids as Millie. And so it was one of those things where I was, all right, either I just need to put myself out there and start making those connections. And I'm already learning so much about all of these different people and resources and businesses in town. And not even just like in our town, but just in the area that I had no idea. And I was, oh my God, I wish I did this. I mean, she's going to be 3, but even just as, a young woman, not even a mom, like just meeting other people and connecting and supporting local businesses, I think is amazing. And what you're doing, I think is so great. And I'm sure that all of the businesses and the people that you work with really, really appreciate the time that you're putting in. Just looking at the website, if you haven't already, so it's southshoremoms.com,
Yeah.
correct? Yep.
Yeah.
I recommend
Thank
because
you.
I've spent so much time, but honestly, I learned so much from it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a platform to really just educate parents, but also a place where you can showcase so many of the awesome businesses here on the South Shore. The business owners, our Meet a Mom series, which is my favorite, and I'm so excited to feature you. That's coming up.
Yes, I know. I need to fill out the questionnaire.
You'll be fine.
And then figure out the photo. The photo's stressing me out.
Don't be stressed. Do not be stressed. But it is such a great thing. And what I tell people is I don't consider myself an influencer by any means, but is that we're not just Instagram. I have a whole community behind me. And you said the local moms network is actually in 30 states and about 30 states now. And within those states is other moms in little communities that they have as well, whether that's Connecticut, Florida, Washington, D.C. And we have the North Shore moms, Newton and Wellesley, the Cape and the Islands here. So it's nice to have a community around me because we is by each other. We send each other reels and is this a stupid reel I just made of myself? Or is this a good one to post? And then also just having support. So having support from our team, we actually just teamed up with Meal Media, which is under an umbrella with Erica, who runs Work Like Girl, which she was also, she was the first CEO woman of Barstool. So to have her behind us as well and have her coaching us, guiding us has been really helpful. And the whole team is just incredible. Some of these moms have been with the local moms network for so long. So to be able to have their support and their help has been great too.
Honestly, I have said this. I was a teacher for so many years, but moms are just superheroes. And then to just go through, and I was just looking at some of the Meet the Moms and all these different businesses. These are some badass women out there. And it was so cool to see and just get a sense for all of these amazing women that are just making shit happen in the world.
Yeah. It's incredible. I mean, as simple as I go to Pier Bar in Hanover with Amanda, and she is pregnant again with another child, and she's still kicking butt every day. She's still in a plank half the time during our workouts. And it's just like, these women continually, please sit down. Just go sit somewhere.
I've literally been on like 2 runs since I had Madeline almost 4 months ago. And I can't.
No.
And I didn't work out all pregnancy. I'm pregnant. I can't. That was my excuse. Oh my gosh, I can't do it. And Kevin would come home from Orange Theory and be like, I was next to this woman who literally I think is due any day. And she was sprinting on the treadmill. Okay.
Don't tell. Yeah, that's nice. Good for them.
Good for them. Not me.
Not my forte. I'll keep eating ice cream. Exactly. But it is amazing. These women are just who I interact with. And I tell people too that you don't have to be a mom to follow our page. And I think that's a big thing is I want people to feel welcome to whatever stage of life you're in, whether you're an aunt, a sister, whether you're you're a nanny, you're a babysitter, what have you, just being able to have resources. Right. So, because we also tap into, some of the hard stuff of, whether it be IVF or trying to grow your family. And so we want to expand across the board. So it really envelops everybody.
There was something for everyone on there.
So glad to hear
which I thought was so, so cool. And to your point, I think of both of my sisters, one's getting married in 2 weeks. They're not moms yet, but they're in their auntie stage. And this is something that they would love because when they come and watch the girls, it's, there's this, group that I can go meet up with, or I can do this. There's honestly, there's something for everyone, which I think is really hard. I think so many different aspects of our life, if you don't fall within that bucket of whatever it is, there's nothing for you there. And so it's really cool that this is like a platform for literally anyone, any interest that you have, anything that you're looking for, there is something that you can find.
Absolutely. There definitely is. And we're trying to do more events, and I've been teaming up with a lot. There's a lot of influencers on the South Shore who are doing a lot of really cool events. And Becca is one of my dear friends who has her page, and she's been incredible to work with. A series with her, Easy, who does the Mom Walk Collaborative. So really just teaming up with other women and having those connections is so nice. And just working together to bring people together. Because at the end of the day, everyone has a seat at the table. We're all doing different things. And we're all, some of us do higher level events. Some of us do more at the restaurant. So we're all doing different things and we can all really contribute something. So if we team up together, it's truly magical. And it's just been
makes the dream work.
It does. It really, really does. So lots of good events on the horizons and lots happening.
I love that. I actually went to something. The Sunroom Social was hosting this event down in Plymouth last week, 2 weeks ago. And I went, I went not knowing a soul. I was like, you know what? I'm going to put myself out there. I'm just going to do it. And I ended up walking in and seeing my sister's best friend from college. She was the first person I saw, but I had no idea. I hadn't seen her in 12 years. But the fact that I had a familiar face, I was okay, I feel a little bit better now. But just like putting myself out of my comfort zone and going up and meeting people, everyone was so friendly and welcoming. But I also got this sense of everyone knew each other and everyone was connected, and they all have, whether it was a perfume business or a jewelry business or a bar, whatever it was, everyone was chatting and supporting. And then you go on social media and everyone's, the first to comment or to repost something. So it really is this sense of community that I don't think I've ever had in my life. And I'm still not used to it and still very much in the beginning stages of it. But it's been really fun and kind of, rejuvenated myself. And I feel, especially like postpartum too, you can kind of hit this wall of just you're exhausted, you're stressed, postpartum, all of those things. And I feel this is kind of keeping me excited, and it's just something new. And I feel it kind of like sparked bringing back the podcast. Because I, took a little break, obviously, when I was pregnant and then when I had Madeline, and just meeting people and connecting. I'm okay, I think I want to get this going again because what I'm now experiencing is so cool. And it's definitely something I want to be a part of.
It's really, truly astonishing, the people in this community and how incredible. We went through a really rough time in March. We went through a miscarriage, and I hesitated for a while about, do I post about this? I'm kind of MIA. I'm not known me as being really bubbly and up there. And I was, you know what? I'm going to post about it. And the outpouring of love and support, and just,
isn't it crazy
how seen I felt, but also how many people have been there, gone through it. How can we support you? And I think that just showcases how amazing this community truly is and how people are willing to help one another out and bring each other out of dark times, but also just supporting and say, hey, I'm here. What do you need? And I think that's really incredible. And I'm just really grateful to be on a platform where I can help other people. I can bring people together, just hopefully drive home how great this community is, and also just showcasing those businesses that I work with and all the good that they're also doing.
Yes. You kind of spoke a little bit about this, but that's kind of what started this whole idea of being bubbly. And before I even thought about it being a podcast, it was one of those things where I obviously went through my birth story with Millie and then her NICU, and just kind of one of those traumatic experiences that I can either keep this to myself, because honestly, that's at the time what I thought everyone did because no one had talked about it. But once I did decide to kind of share it, like you said, the outpouring of support and love. But then also my sisters and my mom were like, why didn't you tell us that you were struggling? And I just didn't want to be a burden. I felt embarrassed. It was one of those things that was a wake up call for me of like, no, like my friends, my family, even strangers, they want to help and support. And chances are they've been through it as well, or they have a sister who's gone through it, or, whatever it might be. And honestly, I don't know about you, but like talking about it and sharing, what I had went through was so therapeutic for me and really helped me in my processing of what happened and really helped me be able to kind of feel it, be in the, like my feels and my emotions, and then also move forward.
Yes, 1,000%. And just know that you weren't alone and that bad days might happen. So that's okay. And that there's support for you there. And there's so many great businesses and support even around here. Solio Wellness is absolutely incredible and reached right out. And they've been incredible.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And they're such an incredible program. The two women who run it are amazing humans. And I think it's just, again, speaks volumes about the resources we have on the South Shore and the amazing businesses that are here.
I always think about this where when you see whether it's celebrities or influencers that are on social media, they kind of get this like bad rap for putting their emotions out there and like everything that they're going through. But at the same time, there is a side to, having a following on social media where you do get to share some of these things. And like, I just feel that side of it isn't talked about. It's always, oh, people are posting all these videos and what they have and, want people to buy things and click their links. And yes, that's true. That comes with it. But there's also this other side of it where it's like, hey, I'm yearning for a community or support or, building relationships with other people. And like that I think has been the most surprising part of really putting myself out on social media. Because first of all, I'm terrible at any sort of content making. Literally, my sister came over today and I mean this out of the most love and respect. You're not good at editing. I was like, I know that. I've never once said that I am good at editing. You really, I think, need to like take a closer look. I'm like, honestly, I don't care. That's just, I'm not good. And I'm not trying to be good. I'm not pretending I'm good at it. I'm really bad at it. So that side of things, I know I'm not good at it. But I feel like I am good at just coming on and talking and wearing my, heart on my sleeve and saying what I want to say and being a presence for other people and sharing my experiences and hoping that someone, feels seen or valued or heard. And that's just something I've been learning through this process. You've obviously been involved in it a lot more than I have.
Yeah.
But it's a huge part of it.
It is. And I think people really thrive on people being authentic. People want to see the real you. They don't want to see the made up, perfect, because that's not every day. So it's the messy one. My kids are screaming in the background. Usually Shay's on my lap in the video and usually her millionth snack of the day. And this is life. When I do take a solo video, it's probably my car in the dark. And that's the weirdo in my driveway because that's the only 5 minutes I get of my life. And so otherwise, there's a child somewhere in it. So, and it's just being authentic. It's definitely what people want to see. And the crazy part is that I don't love being on video. I don't love showing my face because I'm not made up every day and I'm usually running around. But those are the videos that get the most comments, the most,
crazy?
People. Yes, the most interactions.
The videos that I'm never posting. This is never coming out of my drafts. And I posted one the other day and I literally within an hour got 2,000 views. And I was, how is this even possible? And then there's videos we'll spend days trying to edit and perfect. And they get like 200 views.
Yes. It's crazy. My friend Jess and I, who runs Needham Newton Wellesley in Cape and Islands, we talk about this all the time because we can go through and edit these videos and make them perfect. And they don't get as many likes as the ones that are just kind of thrown together really quick of us or us running around. But those are the realist and honest runs, I think, that we
And that's what we want to see.
Yeah.
If I want to see something perfect, I'm going to go, look at Alex Earl, or I'm going to go look at one of my Bravo celebrities that I follow. Yep. I don't need to see that from other people because then that's where I get jealous. And then I'm just, oh my God, I paint this picture of like this reality is that's just not the case. And so I'm looking for authentic. I'm looking to feel seen and not embarrassed of what I'm going through and seeing that, the person next door is doing the exact same shit that I'm doing because we all know they are, but like I just sometimes need that reassurance.
Absolutely. It's so true. Just like, okay, so I'm not the only one pulling out my hair today or
Yep.
carrying a kid to my car for the 100th time. Like, it's just those little things that are just, yeah, sometimes life can suck.
Yep.
Sometimes you're exhausted,
Yep.
especially in the summer
Sometimes you're thrown a
when they're
curveball.
home
Sometimes, yep.
and there's no summer camp. I don't know why I didn't sign him up. And they're both home with me every day and I'm trying to work. And it's just, my brain is spiraling, but then it's okay, hold on a second. And of course, people are, oh, it's the last summer before he starts kindergarten and he only has this many summers. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. But
I get that. But like, I don't need you to remind me because I'm living it.
I'm living it and we're doing the damn best we can. And some days it's great. And other days my husband walks in and I hand him both of them. And I
Yep.
need 5 and I will see you later. So.
Yep. We're very fortunate. My in-laws are up the road, and then my other sister lives in Hang Up. And there are days where like, I will literally, I've seen the TikToks, I will drop the kids off and be like, I will be back in an hour, which then will usually turn into several hours because I need a break.
1,000%. My family's still in Connecticut. They go to Chatham in the summer. So we end up down there quite a bit in the summer
Nice.
because they can take them and help out. But my sister's there.
Huge difference for sure.
Huge difference in clothes. And then his parents are right before the Sagamore Bridge. So we don't have a lot of family nearby, which can be challenging, but we do have an amazing neighbor who's 16 years old who is always happy to jump. Yes.
If there is one thing I can preach to other moms out there, and to be honest, I just rely heavily on family, which is great. However, my sister always likes to remind me, there are going to be times when family is not available. She's like, you need to find a babysitter. And I know. And we have one that will come over and help from our old neighborhood, but she's in college. So I don't have one for, besides the months of July and August where she's home. I don't have a sitter and I need to get a sitter.
Yeah, I think it's the best thing because I will take, and at first I felt guilty about it, but I have to do work. I have to go to meetings and I can't bring them with me. Mm-hmm. And so I need her to come over. And even if it's 3 hours and I finish my work in 2 hours, I can run to the grocery store. I can run to Target really quick and just take a couple of minutes from
Yep.
Just get a breather. And at first I was so guilty about it, but I'm like, no, I desperately need this and I need someone just to help because working from home with them is hard. And my son notices that I'm on the phone a lot and I feel guilty about it and he knows it's part of my job, but it's a lot. And so just to be able to say I need a timeout is something I'm not to apologize for because it's like, no, I need a break. You need to come take my child for 100%. A little bit. So, yeah.
And you're not alone. Honestly, I feel every other mom is feeling the same way. And even if it's just someone to be like, hey, can you just come and go play in the basement or go play outside with them? Sometimes I don't even you don't even have to leave, but it's just, I just need a breather.
And I think one of the things that we're creating with these events is to find those mom friends, to connect with someone, to just look at someone and be knowing that you're both on the same page. You both might lose it and just needed to get out of the house. Yeah. You might not even want to do whatever we're doing, whether it's a workout or whatever, but you just needed someone to come and help. And I think that's what we're really trying to do because I found such a core group of mom friends when I came to the South Shore and was so blessed to have 3 amazing moms in my life who have become dearest friends. Between us, we have 10 children and it is a circus. And by 4 o'clock, yes, we usually
but you wouldn't change it for anything.
Right. And that's what I want to create for other people is to invite people in to make sure that people can find their community because it can be, like you said, lonely and it's hard to get out of the house and to be brave enough to get out, especially if you're going to go by yourself or you don't know anybody.
Yep.
That's what we want to do is make sure people feel comfortable and feel, okay, I can connect with someone. Or even if someone just messages me and, hey, do you know where I can X, Y, and Z? Or can you help me with this? Yeah. Or even, hey, do you want to go get a walk with me? Absolutely. More than happy to. So I think that's really special about having that platform.
It's awesome. I love that. I know. One of my next things on my list is I need to get into some of the different workout classes that you do. And I missed you. There were a couple in Norwell. Was it Shop the Q? Was it the one? I know I missed that one. And of course, it was right around the corner from where we used to live.
Yeah.
But and there's been a couple at Derby Street that I've seen. I need to do it.
Pulse is great because Pulse does mommy me stroller workouts 3 days a week in the summer out on the green so that you can take your baby with you out on the green and you get your workout in. And it's great because your little one's there with you. So you don't have to find a sitter, go through all that. And sometimes my 5-year-old comes with me too. And Jen is it's amazing. And so is her whole team. So yeah, that's also a really good one.
Oh, okay. I know. I need to. And I also just learned, speaking of the mommy and me and stroller workouts, I learned from posting a stupid video the other day that apparently it's well known that when you do double strollers, you do the side by side and not the tandem, because I used like Up a Baby tandem and and it was heavy. I'm like, I couldn't like push it up the hill. Everyone's like, no. The side by side, the weight displacement is so much better. It's so much easier.
I didn't
know this.
Yeah.
Everyone's been messaging me being like, oh yeah, no. You got to do the side by side. So, and that's it. Just posting something stupid like that. But I've already, I have 4 strollers that I've now been looking at because of people that I've never even met have recommended them because they saw the video and they're like, yep, honey, been there. No.
That's so interesting. I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Yeah. She's in her phase where she hates her stroller. So.
Yep.
Yep. She wants to walk on her own everywhere. So, or try to ride a scooter. So,
and I always find too, if Millie is in she wants to walk phase, I'll plan on her walking. So I'll bring the single stroller and then it's, oh no, now I want to get in the stroller, but I didn't plan for that. I feel like she always wants to do whatever I don't plan for.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Yeah. They always have a different
life of a 2.5-year-old.
Yeah. They have a different agenda than what we think. My almost 2 years scares me. She's the boss and she actually is she's something. She's something. So she is my wild child, whereas my 5-year-old is so cuddly and calm and just like a love. And she is she's wild. She's crazy.
Yeah. I'm hoping my oldest Millie is wild child.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping Madeline is very low key. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, you never know how they're gonna turn out. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So if you could give someone who is either a new mom or a new mom moving into an area advice, what would you tell them? Just given all of your experience being kind of behind the scenes.
Not being afraid to reach out and to follow these pages, to join them. Join as many as them. You don't have to just join one because there's, again, something for everybody and you might like one more than the other, or one might be doing a bet you might like. And I think it's just opening yourself up. It's okay to show up solo. It's okay to, show up and say, hey, I don't know anyone, and introduce yourself, because that can start something even bigger. So I think that's the biggest thing, is not being afraid to get out, not being afraid to follow these pages, introduce yourself, and show up and give yourself a seat at the table, and to know that you do. Yeah. So I think that's really important. And it's hard. It's easy to do that. It's scary.
It's way easier said than done. But as someone who is doing that right now and has done that and did that a couple weeks ago at that event, I'm so glad I did it. And even I came home and my husband was like, I'm so proud of you for doing that. I feel like I set my mind to it and I was going to do it and I did it. And even my sisters were like, wow, that's great that you did that. And so I love that. Don't be embarrassed. And talking to a couple people there was one other girl who had done something similar, didn't really know anyone or hadn't gone to one of these events before. But I always say you have to start somewhere, and everyone, even if a person's been within the group for 10 years, 10 years ago, she had to show up and not know anyone. And so, I think that's just such a great reminder.
Yeah. And it's just making a name for yourself. I mean, when I came on, people were, oh, the South Shore Mom's interesting. Who is she? And so even showing up at influencer events or other events with other people building similar pages is horrifying. I don't fit in. I don't have I don't have outfits that I'm linking. They don't want my Target sweatpants. I guarantee you.
But they probably do.
But who knows? I mean,
it.
and I don't belong here. Why am I going to this event? But then you show up, you meet someone else who's just starting, like Beck and I clicked, and she has her page and started, and it brings her joy. And I think we have this new friendship, and it's been great to, host events together, to talk to each other. And so I think that's something that I was similar. I didn't just kind of fall into this with followers. We went from 10,000, we're almost at 15,000 followers. So it's really
that's amazing.
Yeah, I do belong here, and it's just realizing that
you're making a difference and an impact on the community, which is amazing.
Yeah, and I'm just a mom. I'm just a mom of 2 kids trying to sleep at night and trying to remind myself to eat. So, I mean, it's fun.
And to that, we have our glasses of wine because, listen, we're all just trying to do it.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
It's, minute by minute, day by day, second by second, we say.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do. So, yes.
Awesome. Well, if you are a new mom and you are looking, especially on the South Shore, for all these events, southshoremoms.com. If you are a small business and you want to be showcased on the website or on the platform, should they email you? What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Yeah. They can send me a message on Instagram. They can shoot me an email as well. My email's on our Instagram account, but Annie at thesouthshoremoms.com. And they can just reach out to me directly, and I'd be happy to chat with them.
Yay, that's so exciting. I can't wait to see what else comes up on the page. Well, it was so fun chatting with you, Annie.
Thank you.
And I am so excited to do some different events with you and see you out and about on the South Shore and see what's next for the South Shore moms. But to that, let's cheers.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for spending time with me on Being Bubbly. If this episode made you smile, think, or feel a little bit more like yourself, I'd love for you to share it or leave a review. Until next time, keep showing up, keep shining, and keep being bubbly. Cheers.